Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Fight Card Podcast, coming to you once again. Of course, as always, I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, with my guest. Would you please introduce yourself to the world?
Hey guys, thanks for having me here today. I am Ozzie with Hit and Move. I am the founder of Hit and Move with my wife, who is actually very pregnant right now. So she's not here today, but I'll be right with her after like 2 minutes. So we started in 2020 and here we are.
No, for sure, man. And of course, the way I ran into you guys, of course, was on social media. And right off the bat, the thing that caught my attention was your products. But one of them was one that's right behind you, man. It's called the Turtle. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Turtle. I have one of the prototypes here actually. So the story of Turtle is that I respect boxing a lot. So I picked up boxing in 2019, 2020 area, and I really gave myself almost every day. My coach came to my house and trained me. And as I learned boxing, I started to see some voids. Unfortunately, in boxing, the equipments didn't evolve. A lot of sports equipments evolve, but unfortunately, boxing didn't evolve with technology. So I thought about a lot of different products, as you know, but just to talk about the Turtle, one day we were working with my coach, Coach Zoe from Baltimore, who's actually Jalil Hackett's coach as well. So he was teaching me Cherry Lane in Baltimore, Cherry Lane, and Coach Calvin Ford also teaches that too a lot. So Cherry Lane, as a lot of boxers will know, you go up top and then you go to the body, right? Like you fake up top, go to the body, or hit up top, and then you basically like doing that move, right? So when I was doing that, my coach was kind of like having me jab, and then his hand was right here on his stomach, and I was like hitting. Every time I hit, first of all, I didn't like it because it made my hand awkward, and also the digitals here are not made to be hit. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, what can be done? And I didn't want to make the mitts so bulky. So I was thinking, starting to design some of my designs. You can actually share in the screen if you want to. I sent you. I was designing, and then one day I'm running, right? And literally, there's a turtle trying to cross the road. I said, let me save this guy. He's going to be smashed in the cars. So I took the turtle, and I'm like, oh, wow. Because it looked like what I was drawing. And right there, I'm like, I'm going to call this thing Turtle. And I said, thank you, Turtle. And I just put him in. And here we are. I'll show you. This is
Look at
Turtle. So this is Turtle. These are micro cushions. The reason why we didn't do just one big piece, because surgical, right? My coach always says surgical. So when I come in the body, I don't hit, like I hit certain areas to dig up in the rib, right? So right here, coach will be able to say like, hey, just place right here. So now they can put their hand like that, boom, three, body, hook, right? Or jab, right here, jab, jab. I want you to position right here. So there's a lot of cushion here for the backside of the hand. This also will eliminate, like a lot of times coaches unfortunately do that, or they do this. As soon as you do that, you're actually exposing your labrum because you're twisting, because I'm also from orthopedics. You're twisting, you're doing this, you're really not helping the fighter, because when I'm sparring, I don't hit here, I hit here, right? I dig up. So that's the idea. Now it's going to be better flow, because now they're going to be like pop, 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 right here. So that's
And man, I mean, I gotta say, the coaches, they gotta be loving this stuff. I mean, what kind of feedback have you been getting back?
wonderful feedback. And we're so lucky. We sold out immediately with the first limited editions we made. And the one, first of all, I have to say thank you to Coach Calvin. He was going to be with us, but he's in the camp. He is using it right now. Currently, they can't show any video of Tank using it with Coach Calvin, but Coach Calvin loved it. He said, this is what I need. And because if you think about it, for those who don't know, Tank is very fast, and he's also a heavy hitter. So with the micromits, this is actually a very small micromit, right? With the micromits, you want to be working the fighter with the speed and the cardio, right? But some fighters naturally hit heavy. So you're taking a lot of impact to your elbow ligaments. A lot of coaches actually end up with golfer's elbow. They don't even play golf. It's because of holding mitts. So Coach Calvin gave me a great feedback. Coach Gustava, who's about to actually show some videos soon. He loved it. He was actually in the product development as well. So we made it a micro. So what we achieved is a micro mitt that's also protected for heavy hits. That's the perfect best of two worlds.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, one of the things that we talked about prior was the fact that it's innovating because, like you said, one of the sayings that you guys keep using on social media is boxing deserves better. So you guys are actually doing that. You're actually not just doing it for the boxer, but for the coaches because they take more hits than the boxers, I would say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of coaches, Coach Daryl here, Coach Daryl is the coach of Jamal Harvey, who won the national title as a first American fighter. Daryl Davis, he's also using our mitts. Coach Boogie, everybody knows him from Creed movie. He uses our mitts actually. So that's another great support too. So every coach used our mitts. They said like, these are very small, but very protective. We love it. Now we added this turtle shell over it. I mean, think about this. All these coaches, they don't expect nothing from their fighters. They just want loyalty and they just want to see their fighters win. And they really are not about money, especially real coaches. Like if you think about pro coaches and the pro fight gyms, not the fitness coaches I'm talking about. Of course, I value every single coach, by the way, but the pro coaches, they go through a lot of things, travels out of their own pocket a lot of times. And not every fighter makes it, and sometimes they are left behind. So we have to definitely value coaches and what they go through, and we have to protect the coaches as
Right.
well. They hold the mitts all day long, and they take a lot of shots. They deserve better.
No, for sure, man. Because I mean, I'm here. I mean, I'm here in San Antonio, and I travel and I hit up a lot of the gyms, and I always see that because the coaches that are holding the mitts, they're always cringing, they're always making faces because it's painful. I mean, the fact that you have that experience and you can actually go back and pinpoint what muscles, what tendons are getting abused, and you can actually help prevent that, or at least make it better for them, man. I mean, that's why when I saw this product, I said, man, I got to bring this up because I see it out there for the coaches. Like you said, there's a lot of coaches here that they don't ask anything from the fighters, and I always wonder why, but it's just it has to be out of respect. So, for the fighters out there, if you have a coach, I would say get him a pair of these mitts, man. I think that they'll love him. They'll thank him for him.
Definitely. We work with many coaches. We appreciate them, and boxing deserves better. And we can go with this title a lot of different rounds, but that's what we believe. Boxing takes like boxers put their entire lives, fighters put their lives in the ring. Their hands needs to be protected. That's how we approach the glove business too. And I am so lucky to have my wife, who is a industrial organization psychologist. She's actually very good at ergonomics. So we follow rules of ergonomics. Everything we do, see, like what I just showed you, is ergonomic. But this is not, or this is not ergonomic. Like I can feel it's just wrong. And the hand, do me a favor. The palmar side of the mitts are supposed to be hit, right? Can you put your palm out to your stomach?
Oh no.
Impossible. Exactly. So this needs to be just like that. This is it. This is the natural move. This is ergonomic. So therefore, we have this turtle. That's ergonomic. Same thing with the boxing gloves. We made it ergonomic. So when the throw happens, that's ergonomically flows with the puncher's hand. So everything has to be ergonomic. And if we make a product like you mentioned, it's only if we put something extraordinary and authentic, and it made you recognize us. And I thank you so much for that. Like a lot of people will look at, oh, it's great, it's what you took your time to recognize them, and I appreciate you. We, as a Move family, on behalf of my family, I thank you so much for that.
No, not a problem. You see, and one of the things that we talked about the other day was the fact that there's manufacturers of gloves, mitts. I mean, there's companies, thousands of companies making product, but you guys actually, you're not just making a product and putting your logo on it. You're actually designing the product. So you guys are doing your homework. Like, I mean, yourself and your wife coming into this, you're doing homework. You're actually redesigning it, making it work, and it's working. I mean, the gloves, can you bring out one of the gloves that you have behind you? I know you talked about the firmness of the shape. So break down one of them for us.
Yeah, so this is one of our models, actually. This is an agility model where we have the sling. This is a Velcro 10 ounce. So we actually made them. And the padding has that dark padding. People can actually see what is dark padding. If you search dark padding or DRT move, you will see. So within this, like if I hold from here, look at this.
Nice.
Balance. I'm just holding from it. Most gloves will flop back.
Yeah.
Boom. You see, I'm actually holding right from here. Look. So hold from here, that's ergonomic. So we didn't want to have wrist heavy or top heavy glove. We just want it to be perfect because when you throw your punch, right, it's this little momentum. Some gloves, of course I'm not going to name it, are very wrist heavy, and some gloves are very top heavy. This is a perfect, like a balance. So that's what we did. And there's actually a lot of fighters will know, you're repping your hands, and most people put additional padding here. Some companies say this. So we put it in the glove. So there's 4 micro layers, very thin layers in the glove. One of the layers is actually that knuckle layer, but with a G5 product that actually bounces back. And we believe that reverses the shock. So that gives you perfect balance. Like when you impact, it immediately like bounces right there. So you don't have to wear additional gauze on your knuckles if you have one of the move gloves.
You see, and that's one of the other things I liked about them because, I mean, I work at a sports store here in town, and when people ask for gloves, they always ask, what's better for my kid, what's better. And unfortunately, we only sell what we have, and I won't mention the brands, but I mean, we do carry them. And this is something that now I'm intrigued because now I can tell them about you guys and say like, look, there's this other better product out there. I mean, of course, and pitch them in. So I'm definitely interested in doing that because like I said, I mean, there's hundreds of companies out there with doing gloves, doing mitts, but this truly caught my attention, and I'm behind it. Once I get the focus mitts, I'm gonna have my local guys. I'm gonna travel with them around the gyms here in town and see what they think, get their testimony, man. But I know they're gonna love it.
You will get one. You'll get.
But my man, I know after today, you said you guys, of course, the baby is coming, so congratulations on that. So I do plan on bringing you guys back, man, because you guys have plenty of product, you have plenty of knowledge. I want to pick your brain, and I want to continue this. So, but the turtle for sure, I'm gonna be ordering it soon. So as soon as I get it, I'm gonna have showcase it and show it around town. But as far as your other product, man, what can people value? What if they order your product? What can they expect? Let me ask you that.
So our core values is authenticity. When they buy, let's say, a Move glove, if you look at the independent reviewers, everybody said one thing to us that actually made us realize we're at the right path. They said this is not like this glove or this glove. This is hit and move. Like the mold is hit, because we made the mold. We made the pattern here, and it's made, and of course outside the United States, but we made it. It's not like we didn't take a pair of X glove and hey, make it like this. That's what a lot of unfortunate companies do. Or we didn't just put our logo on a message that comes from Pakistan or China. Hey, dear sir, let us make you glove. I'm sure when you're getting those.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you post something boxing related, you start getting those messages. No, we don't do that, because also my wife and I were known here in the boxing community. Again, I'm friend with coaches, I'm friend with fighters. It's embarrassing almost to just make a regular glove. So when somebody wears our gloves, they're like, whoa, they really go, whoa. And the fit, we have a smart fit. That's another thing inside the glove. It's a smart fit technology that actually like IDs your hand after like a couple days, and it completely wraps. Because I, as a fighter, always love the compact gloves.
Yeah.
But I like right now we brought protection into compact gloves. The easiest way to explain to people to compare: imagine a puncher's glove that you really hurt the target, but it's super protective. But it's super, like, you can literally go through the guard. Like if somebody's guarded, it's gonna go through, because these are so small. Like look at this. This is 16 ounce.
Yes.
This is 10 ounce. I mean, even our 16 ounce are small. I mean, if you weigh, it's 16 ounce. The second thing they can expect is absolute quality. We test our products from the boxing reflex trainer that I always use at home. I have some videos, or the gloves. Like these are my gloves. I'll show you something. So most gloves, there's a valley happens here after even like 4 months of usage. This is 2 years, right? This is a 2 years used glove, and I use about 3 times, 4 times a week.
Man, look at.
Look, comes back because there's that G5 material here. Boom, it bounces back. So it's like an extra.
Nice.
It's right there. So they can expect extreme quality. And final thing they can expect, this is the best thing. When they buy a move glove, there's an instruction how to carry your leather glove, because these are premium leather. It's like a designer bag. It's like, called one of the brand name. We use the highest grain of leather, and we actually give them instructions to how to take care of the leather so that your leather lasts you like 10 years. We don't want them to buy another glove. Like if somebody bought one hit and move glove, I don't want to see them buying another one, because we don't believe bag glove, sparring glove, this glove, that glove. With this DRT technology, they can use our gloves for bag because it's soft. It's soft outside to spar, but it gives you extreme feedback in the back. And look at this, like I've been using in the back, you can't dent them. You will not destroy this in the back. So one glove, that's why we called it all day. You use it all day. That's why our regular glove says all day here.
Yes.
You don't need the second glove. That's what they can expect. So we don't believe in the marketing gimmicks. I mean, unfortunately, it started like that, bag glove, this glove. We just want them to get one glove. If they are not fighter, here's my point. Like me, for example, my highest competition is sparring.
Right.
Professionals, that's it. So I always use 16 ounce when I'm competing or sparring. So for me, what's the point of switching to a 10 ounce bag glove?
Right.
Like, what's the point of illusion of speed if I'm going to be competing with 16 ounce, So for me, when someone calls us sometimes on the phone, even I tell them, I'm like, why do you want like 12 ounce glove? They're like, oh, I don't know. It's for the mitts. I'm like, no, hit the mitts with 16 ounce. So that's why 116 ounce gloves, for those enthusiasts who are only sparring, they should buy one hit and move glove, 16 ounce, and they're done. That's it. We don't want anything.
No, you see, and that's another question that I get myself here, man. I'm glad to hear that, because yeah, here it's like you said, because the glove gets bigger, it gets more clumsy. Now they're hitting with pillows, and it's like it takes away from the movement, from the actual it messes with somebody's form, in other words. So with this, I like it. It's slim, it's fast, it still weighs 16 ounces, so they'll definitely benefit from that. So that's great, man.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's how we did that 1.5 pound glove too. So that's.
Yes, I know you had told me about that the other day, and I looked it up, and I said, okay, that's what it means, man. I get it, man. But bro, I do appreciate you. Like I said, I know you guys have a baby on the way, but I will be bringing you back, and we'll keep picking your brain, man.
Thank you so much, man. And boxing deserves better. Let's do the right thing for boxing together. And I appreciate you, everything you're doing, and thanks for bringing us today. And thanks to everybody who's been supporting Hit and Move so far.
No, not a problem. Don't hang up yet. Everybody out there, of course, once again, this is Spider, the Fight Card Podcast. Till next time, follow up.